Hi everybody, welcome back to Grandpa Mark's Hobbies and an unboxing of the Sankyo Alfa Romeo 1931 Grand Sport. I guarantee you haven't seen this car in a long time. I haven't seen this model since I was a kid. It's a 1/24th scale, but this box is so big it won't fit all the way on the screen. So I'm going to move the box out of the way. I just wanted to show you before I did of how amazingly this was packaged. And I haven't done anything but open the box and kind of do one of these numbers and gawk at how cool everything is and how everything was packaged in this kit. It reminds me of an F-14 packaging that I've seen many moons ago. So let me move this off to the side. I'll move the camera down so we'll be able to see each individual thing a lot better. So I will bring you right back. Okay, we're back, and I'm going to pull these out of the box one at a time and show you. This is the only thing I'm not going to open right now. It's just the way they're packaged, the tires in here, and things that I just don't want to lose anything. But the tires I can see through the packaging. And this kit, by the way, is, I believe, 1969. And right here I will put the exact, or the date for sure, but I'm pretty sure this kit was from 1969. Probably wrong. You'll see it right there. But it comes with 5 really nicely done tires. It comes with a housing with gears, and this is actually the crank start for it. There's something rattling around on the inside, but check this out. I'm going to pick it up and bring it close. It came with its own little tube of sniffer's glue. I don't ever remember a kit coming with its own glue. So that is really cool in itself. The gearbox, this is a motorized kit. There's no engine in it, but it does have a straight up running or real motor. As a matter of fact, let's pull that one out next. The motor's in its own little box and bagged up. Put the box right there. So it comes with a motor stand, and different gears. And I'm going through this first time with you, just like, so I'm not sure what I'm seeing. And the little screw that must mount this to somewhere, or, yep, we'll have to read the directions. I'm not positive on all that. And I am going to put this back in the bag and back in the box so I don't somehow destroy it. Put that off to the side. And the first sprue that came out of the box is black with clear. I'm going to open this up and we'll see what we got. We got a split windshield and some really cool headlights. There's that. And here we go. It looks like we have some spindles. Man, are these pieces molded cleanly and sharply. We have our spindles, and a steering wheel, not a clue, a boot of some sort, our seats, a couple of bushings. It looks like the back boot, differential, some real small fenders, I believe. Our stick shift, look at how fine that is. I mean, I know I have Snicker bar fingers, but that is pretty fine. And that looks like to be the exhaust. So that is first bag. And I'm going to put these all right back in the box right off the rip. This kit was molded in color. Here's bag 2. And look at it's actually got labels on the bags. 1/24, number 2. I don't know if the bags are actually marked, but this one has some chrome in it. I can see underneath these wheels. I don't want to cut that label, because I want to keep that. We're going to take that. How cool is that? Put that in here. Look at the detail on these rims. Real good friend Alice sent me this. Now see, that's why you always shake the bag. That does look like a part. It probably came off of the, look at, here's a couple more. Came off the back of the suspension. So we're going to put that right back in that bag. I'd have to glue it on. Not quite sure what these are. I would have said battery boxes, but I have no clue. I haven't looked at the directions for a half a second on this. I'm putting those back in the bag. Yep, that definitely came off the suspension. Let's move that out of the way right now. Check to see if there's anything else. And check this out. The Alfa Romeo. It's like a coin, a display coin, I guess. Our hubcaps. Pretty cool dashboard. I'll bring that up. Let's get close here. Pretty cool dashboard. Some suspension. Radiator cover. The chrome for around the windows. More chrome that I have no clue of. Covers for something. And it looks like latches or tie downs maybe. I am not sure. I'm shooting at the dark here. I am so excited to see this kit. I can't wait to go with this. The kit's kind of molded in a maroon plastic. We got our headlights, some fenders. I'm pretty sure that's to hold the fenders on. Our suspension. There's that piece that probably broke off, and here's another piece that I'm not sure if it's missing a part or not. We'll find out later on. And it looks like the engine crank, but we also have an engine crank inside there, so there must be an option to use either or. And our spoked rims, very cool, very, very cool. Let's take that and put it here. Get the bag out of the way. We're going to dig out the base. It's even got 2 marks in it. I don't know if that's to strap it down or if there's a way to mount this to the base, or if that's for that coin. I'm not sure. And it also has, if I can shake it because I saw it when it flipped over. But it's a vinyl sticker that's gold that says Alfa Romeo on it, and a rubber band. So I would say that's a gum band. It wouldn't be a rubber band this old. But there's the stand, and now I'm going to pull this one out from under the housing, and we got the body and the framework. And see, this is number 2 too, so they're not labeling the bags. It must be kit option number 2 or kit number 2. So let me dig this out. We're going to put that in here. I don't have to worry about mixing them up now. We're going to open this up. I can see there's more than one sprue in here, and I'm going to shake and make sure nothing else falls out. Here's the back of the body. Pretty cool. The tire will fit back on here. Neat color. This is kind of a neat color. The box shows this is a red car. Last night I was just looking at these because I am not super familiar with them, and I've seen them in red and I've seen them in black. This is almost like a metallic color. But we got our hood, our front shroud, our sides for the hood, vented, the radiator, the firewall. I mean, this is very, very nice. Nice fenders on there. I bet you back in the day, if I would have got this kit when I was probably, I don't know, how old would I have been then? 9. I wouldn't have even painted this. I would have just said, this is cool. It's two colors, and I would have left it alone. And then used that little tube of glue and probably 4 more of them to put this thing together. But that's that. Let me move that out of the way. And I'm going to pull these directions out. And we'll be the first ones to look at these since '69. Start out just like a AMT kit. It's a fan fold. All the part numbers. Second set of part numbers. That rattling we heard must have been kind of holders and things that goes underneath and some screws. There's our glue, our tires, everything else we just went through. Number 1, you put together the wheels. Oh, those are knockoffs for the wheels, those chrome things that I wasn't sure what they were. So you put them together and then you press them through, and then here's our gear for the drive. Pretty cool, pretty straightforward. Tells you cement wheel parts. I mean, it's giving you the write-up exactly what to do. Let's jump over to number 2. This kit is so cool. Here's your gear crank. For decorative purposes, use B4 instead. So if you wanted to just have it look pretty and not run, I'm going to get the engine in here. It's a number 3, like an old slot car engine. But I'm going to get the engine in here and see if it'll even spin up. I'm not even sure what batteries this is going to take. But this will go on here and then fold over and lock all that in. And then number 3, we're putting that suspension on. See where that broke off? Yep, I am. There's another one that's missing. So we might have to make something for that to make it work. And then your spindles go on with the wheels already on them. Your suspension drops in. That would look like you're steering, but I'm not sure. I doubt this thing steers. I imagine that's just to hold it in place. And it'll be like a straight track, or maybe you can turn it one way or the other. It says without using cement, so these are made to turn. Here's some more of our gearbox putting together. Our engine. Use an octa-cog pinion gear, the white one. So it's the white gear out of all those 3 that go in there. Number 6 is getting it all wired up. So you are going to have to solder this in, I bet. And that goes back into where the motor is. So that's what that box was. That was the motor box, and that screws down onto it and screws up from below it to hold the motor in place. Pretty stinking cool. What they're doing, now that I'm looking at this, is this crank is up front here. So what they're doing is they're having you turn the crank to turn on this is like a switch to turn this on to get power to the motor. And then the battery goes in here. It just looks like one battery. 7, we're putting the rear end together with the gear, so it's geared up in, and it shows it going on and in. 8, those are boxes, storage boxes on the sides. I have seen this car before, but I just so long ago I don't remember. So we're doing 8. We get the springs on the front. We're getting the um, exhaust in, drive shaft, and the drive shaft cover coming off of the false engine there. And then it says follow the arrows. Comes over. We're putting the radiator together, the sides on, the boot goes on, the firewall, dash, and your steering wheel drops in, and then the 2 doors kick on, the seats drop in, and the stick shift and thermostat drops on. And then all the little details that go on to hold this fenders on. I bet you that's going to be a joy to do too. Headlights go in. I'm not even going to try to relight these headlights, not with this kind of kit. This kit's going to get built just like the directions. And that's it. So that's what these are for, those chrome pieces. I said not a clue. They're to hold the storage boxes in place. And then you got your fenders, your fuel cap, license plate bracket, and stoplight. And then we're about out of here with the 2 pieces of glass. Look, you can fold it down or leave it straight up. The roof, because it would be a roof you could pull up. You'd flip that up. This would go over and latch on. Then you got your spare tire drop on. Your hood drops in. And then this is looking like a AA battery. So I think as long as that motor's good, and I think if that motor's bad, just by looking at it real quick, we can get a replacement to put in here and at least get this thing to spin up. And at least once we got to see whether this thing works. So in case a base for decoration is used, hook the crank at the front and the exhaust pipe at the rear with rubber bands. So it's just you're running that rubber band through here, through the base, and then up around the other side on the exhaust pipe. That's what the rubber band's for, is just to lock it into there. Cut out your favorite one. So you're going to either use these 2 for the license plates, 1931 or the Alfa Romeo. I think I'm going to have to make one that says Alice on it to put on there. But that's your directions. And this is the first time and probably the only time I've ever done an unboxing that I did directions. But it says 2 dry cell, single phase 3 volts. That's going to be a AA battery, if not a AAA. But I bet you back in this day, that would have been a AA. So, but this will be the first and last time I ever showed directions. But I wanted to show them just because it was that kind of a kit. And I wanted everybody to see it. But there it is in its glory. And I can't wait to get digging in on this one. I love the old models and I love the old cars. So there you go. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Y'all have a great day.